6 cultures to family generational greatness. Now, culture number 1, the culture of common Bible study. Now, whenever a family or an individual or relatives come together and decide to start studying the Bible, which is the Word of God, together, what they get are principles of life in the Bible, which is the Word of God, which when they apply or they follow, starts to give them something we call life values. And as far as they are living according to those life values, their life tends to progress as they grow or as they journey through life. Maybe not everybody in the society might be reading the Bible, getting the principles, then the values, inculcating them in themselves and following those life values. There might not be many people doing that, but that particular family or that particular individual or that particular group of relatives will deliberately choose to study the Bible and acquire all that and live by it. Over a period of time, they start becoming great in business, at school, at work, even in normal family setup life. Why? They got the principles which make life work. Because I believe, apart from the Bible being many things which we gain, it gives life principles and life values which make every area of life work. So that's culture number 1. Culture number 2, the culture of common prayer. Now, when an individual or family decides to start praying together, coming together and acknowledging that God created them and that God has established every system that works for their success in life, that becomes some sort of a source of power to them, a source of confidence to them, and a shield against odds and also against, as we all know, forces which try to oppose our effort to become great in life. And also, most important, that praying together enhances their communion with their Creator and makes them become one with God, and also access the presence of God, which I believe is the ideal environment which every human being was created to live in order for them to become great spiritually, socially, financially, and in any and every other area of life. Culture number 3 is the culture of learning. Whenever a family or an individual or a group of people decides to start studying and learning, what they access is knowledge and information. And you see, when you have knowledge which comes from information, you are able to apply it when it's necessary. And especially in times of problems and conflicts, when you apply the knowledge which you have gained from books, from sermons, from people who are more experienced in life than you, when you apply that knowledge, you overcome that conflict, that challenge, and when you overcome it, people call you wise. Or maybe you gain an advantage which you are to lose. Or maybe you gain an opportunity, or maybe you gain some value which you couldn't gain. And in one way or another, that value, when it's added over time, it births what people call greatness. Then culture number 4 is the culture of saving and investing. And this is where a family or an individual or a group of people masters to keep a small percentage of what they earn, so that they can multiply it again and again over a period of time. And it is that multiplication of the small percentage set aside which starts to create financial wealth. So first is to save, then after a certain period of time, it might be 5 months, 12 months, years, or even 5 years. After you save, you invest. You save again, you invest. The produce of that investment, you save, you invest. With that, you start multiplying what you are saving and investing. And with time, you soar to financial greatness. Then there's culture number 5, is the culture of growing. That is everything that you have started as a family or as an individual or as a group of people, you decide deliberately, we are going to make it grow. We are going to manage everything well. We are going to make every sacrifice that we can make or possible for us to make this thing grow. And you have wired in your mentality, in your conscious and subconscious mind, that anything I start or anything we start, we are going to grow it. If it's a business, we are going to grow it. If it's maybe a course, you are going to study and pursue through until you graduate. And any other thing you put your hands on, you ensure you grow it and you grow it. Then lastly is a giving culture. Once you have accumulated all that which you can accumulate, be it the word of God, be it power through prayer, be it knowledge after reading books or listening to wise people, be it you have saved and you have invested, or be it what you have grown. The last culture is giving. Ensure you go look for someone who don't have and give them. Even if you are going to teach them these 6 cultures to generational greatness, do that. If it's money, give them. Like now, you have drought, or maybe we have many people who are challenged the society. Just get a small percentage, go give them. So, if you are embracing the culture of common Bible study, common prayer, number 3, the culture of learning, and number 4, the culture of saving and investing, and the culture of growing, and the culture of giving, I tell you, it may not take a week, a month, a year, or maybe even 5 years. But after some time, that culture will start taking you as an individual, as a family, to what people admire. Generational greatness. And generational greatness is whereby you yourself, or you as a people, as a family, when you decide to start doing something today, you do it until you make it a foundation, which the people will come after you will bounce from the foundation which you set. And maybe many challenges which you used to face, you never face them, and they never face them. So from today, decide as an individual, or as a family, or as a group of people, you are going to embrace these 6 cultures of generational greatness. And I tell you, you never know. History might be written and rewritten that you started these cultures, and those who came after you followed them, and your family or your company or your particular sect which you belong to soar to greatness every area of their life.